Yeah, that was a really fun run. It's basically the perfect time to commentate a Parasite Eve run too, just because not too long after that the route got totally redone. But back then it was still pretty similar to when I used to run it. Okay, Super Red Jack. Hey, Looney Jen. Yeah, glad to hear. Yeah, it's gonna be, should be every year around the same time. We're working on planning Limit Break 2018, although we haven't announced the dates and details yet, but hopefully that'll be within the next few weeks. Hey, Earthbound Ian. Thank you, thank you. Thanks, Salty Spittoon. Yeah, the only music in this game that I don't really care for is the cave theme. It's such a short and repetitive loop, but every other bit of music in this game is amazing for Game Boy. Hey, Condor. Hey, Mintar, thank you. Yeah, this is for the original Game Boy. As soon as I get an input break, I'll link the schedule. I think my run's pretty much exactly 1 week from now. Real life should always come before vacations, but I mean, vacations are important too for keeping well-being and social links. Thanks, Delicious. Oh. Pop a heal on Curtis after this. Yeah, the Questing for Glory Marathon is going to be on the Limit Break channel. Pretty weak heal, the first one. More fights, I just want to hit level 4. We're actually starting the game. Yeah, good for him. I don't think I've ever actually caught him doing a run yet, so I'm looking forward to seeing his run in the marathon. Do 2 more fights and then move on. Just to make sure I don't get burned by not having enough encounters for level 6 before going to the past. Well, I haven't done a full FF4 speedrun in quite a while, actually. If it's the any percent no credits warp category, I've actually never run that, and it also doesn't really interest me that much too. I prefer the full game run. I'd never actually seen a Ventus crit run until Adam Timothy did that for Limit Break last year. Ban the pan. Yeah, like this game has a memory cursor, and like the fact that you can use the select button to do turbo-style menu inputs is such kind of a surprising quality of life thing for an older Game Boy RPG like this. I do eventually want to return to Vanilla KH2. It's probably not going to be anytime soon, though, just because Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI are too strong. It's because this game had two different printings. One by directly by Squaresoft, and there was a reprinting by Sunsoft later on of all of the Final Fantasy Legend games, I believe. Yeah, I mean, I do get that Final Mix makes for a somewhat more challenging and technical run, but I mean, the vanilla version of the game is just what I have played the most and have the most nostalgia for. So if and when I return to speedrunning KH2, it's almost certainly going to exclusively be the vanilla PS2 version. Though I know the community pretty much only does the PS4 port now because of how much faster the loads are. Razor Whip, I've never gotten that before. I'll have to see if that's actually better than my character's starting weapons for like the water hag fight. Stab, stab. With a sword, yeah. The 7th Saga. No, I've the only KH game I've ever done runs of is 2. I mean, when I ran that was before the PS3 versions were out, so I mean, the only version of KH1 that anybody was running was the vanilla PS2, which was a like a 6-hour run because the cutscenes were all unskippable. Yeah, that is true. It is definitely the sunny side of a run like that, or like Final Fantasy X. I'd already be level 6, actually. Had a lot of good fights in the tower. Six. Should just save in front of the water hag if I'm gonna do that. Get him for our first pseudo boss. Should be over in 2 rounds though. 'Cause I miss a lot. If I get a critical, it can be over in 1 round. Pretty much close to an even split. I did play that kind of conservatively though, as far as like how many fights I took in the battle simulator. Hey, Genesig? And Yeah, exclamation bits for the reasoning for that. I'm playing this on a Super Game Boy 2, which is an adapter for the Super Nintendo console that lets you play Game Boy and some Game Boy Color games on a TV, which works out really nice for streaming. That's cute. Might have saved recently, I would have just reset, because that's a lot of potions I'm gonna have to use. Okay, no misses on the first turn. Okay. Good here. She'd have killed somebody, I would have had to reset just because I really need her experience. But not for the Dogro fight. Probably should have used some more of Lara's magic to heal. So I might run out of potions. Actually, I'm good. Yeah, and this is the glitchless category. The with glitches category is an hour faster. Hey, Corndale, sir. Correct, Radio Eyes. By far the biggest glitch that not using impacts the run with is the gold underflow. Because that totally changes the leveling route, and you can't just get unlimited gold and get max power robots really early. Yeah, it is Corndan. The Final Fantasy Legend games for Game Boy they're a little weird in a lot of ways, but I think they're a lot of fun too. At this point, I'm probably just gonna have to YOLO it and hope that he doesn't kill people. Other potions. Okay. That was actually a pretty respectable fight. The cave was not good, though. To that ambush, sucking up all of my potions. But the important thing, the really nice thing though, was that I got the witch meat drop from Dogra's flunkies, which means I don't have to farm it randomly on my way out of the cave, which is pretty huge actually. If anyone's not familiar with the Game Boy Saga games, you can evolve your characters into monster and robot forms with meat or robot parts that they drop. And the route I'm using is based around Beastmen, which I get from eating one piece of meat. It's a lot more complicated than that because there's elemental properties at work, both with the monster that drops the meat and then the character eating it, but it's kind of the short version. What I'm going for soon is that there's a very nasty boss coming up about half an hour from now that I really, really want a character with quake resistance for. Well, Corn Dan, you know what they say, you are what you eat. And that is very, very literally true in this game. Oops, that's something. Just want to top off level 9 before moving on. I don't think I actually need float to get up here now that I think about it. Hey, Dine. Yeah. If this game looks similar to Final Fantasy Mystic Quest to anybody, it should. Made by the same team. I like to kind of view this game as a adult version of Mystic Quest, just because it got a very similar battle system, but there's a lot more depth. I wouldn't say quite as much depth as like one of the main series Final Fantasies, but a lot more than Mystic Quest. I honestly can't remember which came out first, but it was pretty similar time. Yeah, for sure. Like I said a bit ago, the only track in this game that kind of irritates me a bit is the cave theme. Like from that dungeon I was just in. Pretty much everything else is really, really, really good. Alright, so I didn't get enough fights on my way out to get level 9, so I'm just gonna top it off here. Fights aren't worth a lot of XP, but the fact that I can just keep triggering them over and over again speeds up the grinding quite a bit. No, that's Final Fantasy Legend 2. Where you go on a scavenger hunt inside NPC's body. Okay, so this came out before Mystic Quest. That does make sense, given that we're talking Game Boy versus Super Nintendo. Just because this is the Final Fantasy Legend game I have the most nostalgia for. It's the only one that I actually played as a kid on family road trips. Yeah, Link's Awakening is my jam, too. Alright, thanks, Genesic. Have fun. This is kind of making me wonder if I should have just farmed a couple fights in the cave before I left, though, just because it's been quite a while since I've actually gotten the witch meat drop from the boss fight. This is actually turning out to be a lot more battle simulator grinding than I was expecting. It probably would have been a bit faster to just farm an extra fight or two in the cave, just because those are worth probably triple the experience of these fights. Alright. Getting the nunchuck out of the chest in the cave would have probably helped me get an extra fight too. Oh yeah, but I guess a plus of fighting in the simulators that I end up with more money, which means more TNT and potions for this part of the run. Yeah, well, there, you can buy, like, tanks and nuclear weapons at shops in these games, too. But I said earlier that they're a little on the weird side. It would have been nice if we could have just kind of kept going from there instead of coming back to the town, just because watching Chaos's castle emerge from the bay, that location is closer to where I need to go next than going back here. So here, there's your success or failure at running away from battles in this game is tied to your agility stat relative to the monsters, and there's a mushroom enemy in here that for whatever random reason has a massive agility stat. So if I encounter those, it's actually it'd be faster to just reset than to try to run away. In fact, unexpected attack will reset that too. Unexpected attacks are based on your party level relative to the enemies. So for this fight, I'm really going to be using the defense mechanic, in order to, because Ashura always goes first, but also only uses single target attacks. So as long as I do this strat, I can never die. Like that. If I really wanted to go for a better PB, I would take more risks here and just take some chances on him double attacking and killing somebody, just so that I can get more attacks in. But since I'm practicing this for a marathon I'm running in next week, I rather just go for safety. Probably gain a little bit of time here, but not much. Thanks, Steve. Yeah, the fact that I got the witch meat drop, but I didn't really gain any time from this definitely tells me that the I could have done a lot better with my level 9 grind. So once I've beaten Ashura, Sharon becomes a fairy, which is a beast with a pretty high agility stat. So that does actually give me a chance at running from mushrooms. So I'm not going to instant reset if I run into them, but I'll still save scum. Those were the mushrooms there. Stay at the end, then it's time for Chaos's Castle, which is both a rough dungeon and has the worst boss in the run at the end. It doesn't get too bad until the music changes, because that's when I can run into another type of monster that's agility is too high for me to run away from. Hey, Nintendo, welcome in. It's going alright. Already have a much better run than my last one, where I was like 7 minutes behind after Ashura because I forgot to buy spells before going to Ashura's tower and had to redo it. Yeah, they do, actually. This is very bad luck, by the way. Once I'm in the above ground part of the castle, that's when I really need to start the save scumming. Yeah, that's a pretty common thing with 8-bit RPGs, that there's a kind of a perpetual walking animation for characters. I think that's just kind of a stylistic choice to kind of show action, basically, when you're with how limited they are for, like, because they can't do like facial expressions and stuff. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, Corpus Cav. Oh yeah, the Maze of Light, or whatever it's called in Legend 2, is pretty special. Alright, let's do this. First thing I'm hoping to dodge is getting an unexpected attack, despite having struck up a conversation with him. Right. And he always opens the battle with, Quake. Since I know it's coming, I'm able to completely repair the damage. But he can do it again, and if he spams it over and over again, that's how I lose. Along with just other numerous trolly things he can do. Hey, that's a really good start. Hey, Edward. Thanks, Gonzo Seal. Thanks, Leon. mean, the main reason this fight is so nasty is because of Quake. I mean, he has it's an AoE attack that he can potentially spam, and I have no means of AoE healing yet. Ow. Ooh, that was very fast, actually. Getting that crit with the TNT on the first turn certainly helped a ton. Is now no longer clobbering time. The level up I got off of Chaos, though, unfortunately took away my fairy, so that cost me a lot of agility. Running away is even harder now. Still, it shouldn't really be that big of a deal outside of Horus's, though, which I'm going to be resetting over anyway. Those. But I'm playing this on a Super Nintendo console via a Super Game Boy 2 adapter. Yeah, music is really good. Pretty much all of the RPGs for the Game Boy, at least that have the Final Fantasy name, have really good music. Legend 1, 2, and 3, and Adventure. None of those are actually Final Fantasy games, but like this is part of the Saga series. It's called Saga 3. What, Champion of Time and Space, I think, is the Japanese name translates to. Yeah, we'll be hearing a lot more of that in about 45 minutes or so when I go to the Pureland. Because that's actually the overworld theme. How long did it take me to learn the run? I actually picked this up for the 12-hour speedrun challenge last year. So I think it was actually only about, like, 7-8 hours or so of note-taking and practice. I mean, my first run was like a 3:54 or something like that. And the next run I did after that was like an hour faster, just knowing what I was doing a lot better. Thanks, Baron Von Bowser. Yeah, I think Talon theme, I think, is... It's one that you don't really hear very often. I know it's part of the intro when you first see the Talon. I mean, I think of the Pureland overworld theme as the Talon theme, just because you hear it every time you get in the cockpit of the Talon, even when you're in the home world. Yes. World is indeed square. Kinda curious now what the password is in the Japanese version. If it's actually like square and kana spelled backwards, or if it's something totally different. Thanks, Pastors KD. Thanks, Dankbucks. Keep doing that too, forgetting which monorail is the one. Hey, Lynn, yes. I somehow managed the incredible feat of not gaining any time on Ashura, despite getting the witch meat drop too, thanks to pretty bad level 9 grinding, but had a pretty sick chaos fight. Of course, now we have the Rockman 2 funness and tonness coming up, though. I need to get Curtis and Gloria petrified. I think I lost about 5 minutes to RNG and on this fight in my PB. So the fact that I got the encounter first try when I came in the ship is definitely a step in the right direction. But now the evil eyes have to actually use Stone Gaze, though. That's really obnoxious too, because I actually not recording this in Amarak. Of course, OBS crashing immediately manipulates getting the god evil eye fight. Actually, I should probably just run now. Oh well, Dion's unpetrified. Should be good. Alright, so now we've got some grinding to do when we get to level 17 before heading to Floatland. That was a really bizarre crash though, because not only did OBS crash, but also my PC lost connection to my second monitor, so all of my apps got shifted to my primary one. First I was worried that my whole PC was crashing since everything blacked out for like a second or two. Play with Game Boy. Well, I mean, I'm playing this on a Super Game Boy too, which has like, 32 palettes, only like 5 of which are actually pleasant to look at. I've done runs of this with a blue palette, but I kind of like the OG grayscale. I have 2 tear gases left and need to go buy more. Yeah, because you can set up kind of a secondary palette where pressing the X button will toggle back and forth, and it makes a pretty odious clicking sound every time you do. I'll spare you that glory. For now, at least. 14. When I hit 16, I'm gonna go to the Undersea City to buy some more stuff, and then 17 is when it's time to head for Floatland. Where the game trolls me by not giving me encounters. I don't run this super often, but I'm going to be running it for an online RPG marathon in about a week. There's a schedule there. Yeah, this is a pretty different route than the route with glitches. Thanks, Transquina. It's part of a series called Saga. If you've ever heard of, like, Romancing Saga or Saga Frontier, the Final Fantasy Legend games are actually part of that series. They were just rebranded as Final Fantasy when they were released outside Japan for marketing purposes. So 5. Hey, give yourself a good night, Dane. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, what the boots said. Yes, that was the full name for first Seiken game. He's got 3. I want to keep 1 tear gas left on both of them, using Maitreya. Couple more fights and it's time. Rocket Town. This is his last one. Nice. That time save is mostly from the Evil Eye fight. Wasn't the greatest Evil Eye fight, but the mutants got petrified reasonably quickly. I like how this game inconsistently spells the word paralyzed, too. Sometimes it spells it with a Y, sometimes with an I. I don't know if it was his first, but Woolsey did translate this game. Hey, Antillion. Yeah, and I'll be getting a anti-air missile soon too. Oh, you should see what that sprite looks like in the Japanese version. It's an evil nurse robot. So I have one more tear gas I can use. This is a good fight to use it on. Now I can just start running. If you look up this game on the Final Fantasy wiki, you can see the sprites that were censored in release outside Japan. Oh, interesting random hues. I actually didn't know that. I doubt you see that anymore outside indie games, where they're like you have multi-classed developers like that. like, Undertale, I think, was largely made by one guy, Toby Fox, who, although I know he had help with the artwork. I do know that Toby Fox made all the music. Probably could have seen how that played out, but not in the mood for unexpected attacks. First try blind. Still a little scary because I don't think I have any elixirs. So if she actually kills somebody, I'm gonna have to reset. This is also our first time I'm using the fast spell, which in this game is just a stackable attack power buff. Really conservative with my healing, just because I have to do that. Clearly my PB had a good Maitreya too. So I've got a decent lead built up, but I think it's gonna be kind of hard to hold on to it in the next hour of the run, just because of my PB's Pureland being quite good. See what happens though. In my last run, I lost like 1.5 to 2 minutes on this next boss just because of bad luck. Makers of quality ice cream and combat items. I do remember saying that in Ryu Quetzalcoatl's chat last year. Yes, because Breath of Fire has Bold Stones, Fire Stones, and Bolt Stones. Hey Rio, thank you very much for the host, sir. How did the Ocarina of Time run go? That's what you were up to. Yeah, music in this game is so good. Here we got us a town casually playing the boss theme. Big deal. Yeah, you can actually fight these cats, but their sprites don't despawn if you do, so you do need to get the catnip in order to finish this. Also, I highly recommend looking at a map of this dungeon, because this dungeon is a cat face. Like here, this is the cat's eye we're passing up here. This is the left ear. Thanks, Zardia. Getting my equipment set up, mostly to give me status resistance to Fenrir's nastier attacks. Fenrir is pretty much an automatic, unexpected attack, despite talking to him here too, so... just take it on the chin. Fortunately, though, he is not immune to poison. Ow. Well, he's got plenty of eyes and all those skulls on his necklace and staff and stuff. I guess those count. Hey, Obsidian Carnage open. I was hoping that wouldn't take as many attempts to actually land, but he's now going to take 100 damage a turn, basically. People just tuning in from Ryu's stream. This is Final Fantasy Legend 3, which is my personal favorite RPG in the original Game Boy. This is a glitchless run, so the route I'm using is based around using the game's monster evolution system to make two of my characters into beastmen. Right now I'm fighting with martial arts attacks, because beastmen kind of have a natural proficiency with those. Ow. It has not been going well. I really want to see him do is use Riddle. That's, I think, Confusion, which I'm immune to because of having, I think, brooches on. Or no, it's Mage Armor, actually, yeah. I had to downgrade my armor for this fight in order to have immunity to all of his status attacks. Confession, I've actually never played Pokemon games. Alright, this is more like it. He has 10,000 HP, so he should be getting kinda close. It's a pretty crummy fight. I had to use a lot of elixirs. Elixirs are kind of nice in this game in that they cure all not only do they give you full HP and MP, but they also cure all status conditions up to and including death. Oh, that was the cat's nose that had that stairs on it. This is the right eye. Hey, you see a quest? Welcome in. Now we rescue Faye, or as her better name is in the Japanese version, Nemesis. One of our friends from our own world that got kidnapped and taken here. Also just a plug for the Questing for Glory marathon that I'm going to be running this for in about a week. I believe my buddy Ryu, who just raided me, is running Breath of Fire for that too. I think is the opener. And check that out too. What's the plot for this game? Beings from another dimension are flooding your world, and you're trying to stop that. First by finding a way to get to the other world, which I did about 20 minutes ago in this run, and then beat the masters, as they're called, that are responsible for the attack. I've never actually seen a 4-monster run of Legend 2s. That should be a good time. So I actually got enough experience from Fenrir for 2 level ups, but the game can only level you once per battle, so I'm just taking another fight here just to get the other level that's due to me. And then Sharon is now a lizard, part of the lizard family, which also has a pretty, shall we say, uncanny resemblance to Spider-Man. And that's significant because Liz Duke has an attack called Blitz, which lets you lower an enemy's agility by 10, which is really useful for bosses, because if you lower bosses' agility enough, then you're guaranteed to go before them, which means that my healer can always outspeed the boss. If I get any form of enemy repelling, I do not. There is actually tech you can do to kind of reset the game constantly to avoid encounters, but that's not used in this category. At this point, though, my stats are good enough that running away from encounters is pretty safe. It's not really until I get to the barrier shrine, maybe in like, what, 25 minutes or so, that I'm gonna have to start worrying about can't runs again. so I finally have party healing now. So I'm gonna use Blitz on Guha, who's the first of several bosses that has lots and lots of mouths. Make him slow enough that I basically always go first. Yeah, the graphics and music for this game are so good for early 90s Game Boy game. Nice to get that crit after doing some buffing, but I'll take it. Dang, nice. Not so nice to miss, but double crit's pretty good. I'm definitely appreciative of how good the boss theme is, too, just because the bosses in this game have huge amounts of HP, so these fights take a really long time, even in a normal playthrough. Another crit, wow. He's being very nice to me too as far as spamming Fluid, which is a poison attack that I believe only Faye is currently susceptible to. Hey, that was a really good Guha, yet I still lost a minute because of just how good my PB's Pureland is. Hey, Demon Smalls. I won't be too sad if this run doesn't PB, just because I had OBS crash on me a bit ago, so I don't actually have a complete recording, although it was only down for maybe like 30 seconds. If you thought Guha had too many mouths, Dahak only has 2, but I think it's a little questionable, like an anatomy perspective, how this guy is supposed to use them. We now have got our first Mystic Sword, the Durandal, too, so... Mystic Swords get a massive, a massive boost against evil monsters, which is pretty much all of the remaining bosses in the game. Dahak is also fairly slow, too, so I only really need to, blitz him once. Yeah, Faye is much better than Dion. She's got much better spells and a better weapon. I don't mind them doing something a little different as far as, like, having a dungeon where you fight the boss at the beginning instead of the end, but I'm not really a fan of, though, of how you've got a 10,000 HP boss and then you immediately get to fight a 16,000 HP boss afterwards. Kind of artificially makes this fight feel kind of drag a bit with the fact that we just did Guha. Almost none of these fights are that much slower than they'd be in a casual playthrough, too, by the way. I just decided to make bosses huge HP sponges. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some pretty fun challenge categories out there involving the transformation system. But there's a fair amount of depth to it, and in the end it doesn't really matter that much, too, because all of my playthroughs of this game as a kid, I never touched it. I just played the whole game with mutants and humans, your starting races. Do an all monsters run or something. Monster is the class that doesn't get a lot of love normally. The one I know the least about, too, just because it's not used in any of the speedrun categories. Like, this category uses Beastmen. The any percent category with glitches uses robots, and then the any percent glitched run in the Japanese version uses cyborgs, because there's some kind of stat buffing glitch involving cyborgs that only works in the Japanese version. Hey, Nicodemus, welcome. And I feel like I'm on track to lose more time on the split too, just because of getting more encounters. Yeah, because aren't monsters kind of just purely static too, that they don't naturally evolve when you level up like beastmen do? You have to keep eating meat in order to evolve. Like I said, it's the race I know the least about because it's not used in any speedrun roads that I've seen, at least. Monsters I know are very useful in Final Fantasy Legend 2, though. Yeah, this is I call this kind of the shrine theme, and it's a good one. Yeah, I'm losing time, and I still have one more puzzle to solve. I just keep forgetting which side of that teleporter I start on. Getting an encounter during this short little flight into Talon is kind of bad too, just because I have to wait for the Talon to actually attack. And then, even though they boarded my ship, I can still run away too. How does that work? I guess it's like Final Fantasy VI, where when you're on the raft for the Elite River, you can run to the other side of the raft, and the monsters leave you alone. Alright. Fortunately, Jormungandr only has 4,000 health, so this is an extremely short fight after the last two bosses. That's pretty bad, actually, because I really need the experience from this guy. Fortunately, I had an elixir left. I do like Jormungandr's field sprite too. It reminds me of the Barney the Dinosaur costume. Should have taken that fight actually. Yeah, after Jormungandr, I need to take a fight at some point to finish my leveling, just like I did after Fenrir. Hey, I know that feeling very well, Killen. I think the 2 full playthroughs of this game I did as a kid were on 8-hour car rides to my grandparents, Minnesota. Same with Link's Awakening, and whichever Donkey Kong Land game I played, I can never remember. I want to say it was Donkey Kong Land 2. Well, it sounds like a shorter trip than mine, at least. Although I guess, well, Minnesota and South Dakota are both pretty big places, though. Get the Excalibur, which is like the Durandal, only better. I also got a shield weapon for the Talon that lets me avoid encounters. This whole sequence here is actually skipped in the run with glitches. Because once you get the Excalibur, there's a glitch you can use to go directly to the Barrier Shrine without having to get this pass or go into the Underworld. Best healing spell in the game. Hey, Justifiable. Well, staying ahead in the last hour of this run when I'm running against these splits is actually pretty hard for me. We'll see how it goes, though. I still need to fight something to finish my leveling from Jormungandr. Also, get ready for some very sweet overworld music for the, well, underworld, I guess, technically music. It's music that doesn't really go anywhere after the first few notes, but the first few notes are the best part, and that's what we're going to be hearing the most of after between encounters. Big meat. can kind of see that resemblance. So we're in a feral underground city that has a shopping mall. Do with 8 elixirs. If I actually made it all the way here from Jormungandr without an encounter, I'd actually fight one of these guys to hit level 25. The battle sprite for Dwelgs is amazing and will probably make you never sleep again, too. Record is my time. I mean, although this is very much not a competitive category. Record for the main category, with any percent with glitches, I think is like 134. Using glitches lets you cut out basically all grinding out of the run, along with skipping this whole underworld section. I kind of prefer this category more though, just because it's more like how I played this game as a kid, and I view these runs as kind of more of an excuse to play through a game I have a lot of childhood nostalgia for than any kind of really deep speed game. For marathon safety, I should probably get this scarf here. Or just skip buying one in Naya and pick it up there instead. It gives me money for an extra elixir. Yeah! Kind of neglects to dot across all of the E's and dot all of the I's there. I had a save room recently, I had to just reset this one. Can't runs is a bit of a danger here, just because I'm starting to be a little underleveled again. And my beast forms at present don't have very good agility compared to other parts of the run. Some saves coming here just in case I can't run. That's literally the tile I was going to save on, too. I think it's the Sphinxes, I think, are the enemy there that's hard to run from. That was actually a pretty rockin' barrier shrine so far. This boss can be a really, really big troll if he outspeeds me on a bad turn. I also don't currently have a beast form that has the blitz attack. So I have no means to lower his speed and guarantee that I go first. That's why I'm kind of somewhat nervous about him outspeeding me when I'm not at full health. If he does that at a bad turn, I can actually die. Oh, questions. I also personally think Aggron would make a great Halloween costume, because your whole family could get in on it. Just need like a really, really big blanket and then a bunch of masks. Not really giving me a lot of opportunities to attack with both swords, though. What I really want to see him do is use either Riddle or Stone Gas, which are status attacks that I'm immune to, so it translates into a free turn that I don't need to heal. Or I guess it's Silence and Stone Gas. That's the attack I really don't want him to spam, because I can't fully heal it in one spell. And if he double turns me with it, then he'll kill somebody. Nice. The reason I'm switching weapons too is just that when I'm healing, I want the side dagger on, which is +5 agility, so that I have the best possible chance to go before he does. Alright, nice. Kind of a pretty good fight overall. He did a lot of status attacks, and then the barrier shrine was good too. I didn't actually even need to use any elixirs to... Just for marathon safety though, I'm gonna quick refill on my elixirs. Let's actually get into this town. For the last time, I need to take a fight somewhere along the way here to finish leveling off of Agron. And yeah, Borgen is the best ally character. Because now that I have a Lizard King, now I've got the Blitz attack again. Which makes the next boss coming up, Balor, actually easier in this category than in the any percent category, which is, for the most part, easier because of having max stat robots for most of the game. Yeah, it's hard to argue with that, too. Some sweet, sweet final dungeon music. Refreshing to be able to run away from that Anubis. The palette swap of the Horus, that's the awful monster in Chaos's castle. I don't think we've actually seen it in this run, but you can actually get encounters on pit tiles too, which I find pretty hilarious. Maybe if you get a fight on a pit tile, it's like the waterfall piranhas fight in Final Fantasy VI. A fitness cube. A hand slide. Wow, the double nuke. At least you did that right at the start. Although then again, he's only capable of doing that near the start of the fight. Once I start using Blitz to buff his agility. Hey, Nodwick, doing pretty good. I should have done a Excalibur attack and then a from Borgin there. Need to blitz him 5 times. It should be 3. So once Valor is fully debuffed, then the fun begins. Now he's no longer capable of double turning me. So now I can basically just wail away and heal as needed. Defending this turn. Always seems kind of odd to me that bosses can defend, because that doesn't really help them in any real way, it just gives you a free turn. But I'll gladly take it. Double crit. How much HP does this guy have? 34,000. Could have picked myself up from that a little faster with an elixir, but I'm trying to save them for Zagor for marathon safety. This is first time breaking this out, which is a free turn. That attack is just, will wipe you out if you don't have ribbons, and be a free turn if you do. It's 2 random status conditions. They're not cool, though that kind of made up for the double crit turn earlier. Okay. Okay, final boss coming up. Now after like over an hour, we're finally going to depetrify the mutants. And for the Sol phase, I need to wait a while before I can actually do enough damage in one turn to bring out Zagor, the final boss, and I'm using those turns to do a metric ton of buffing. I need to switch it up a bit. Yeah, same, Nemo. Alright, enjoy the music. Pretty good. Thank you, Curtis. That's what I do not want to see, and why I hoarded my elixirs so much, because he uses DK Force on Sharon. It's a one-shot that I can't do anything about. This is why I picked up that laser cannon for the Talon too, because the Talon attacks Zagor with whatever your strongest weapon unit is, and if you don't get anything and use the starting cannon, it does 0 damage to him. Wait, what? Oh, he wasn't at full after the flare. I had to say, Arthur is supposed to be able to survive that. Definitely doesn't feel like it's on pace for a PB, but that's fine. I got trolled pretty hard by Valor. I have a feeling my PB did not go top off elixirs before coming here too. Would like to get a sub 240 at this eventually, but right now the priority is marathon practice. Yes. Yeah, if you're wondering where the mouths are, they're coming. We can't have the final boss of this game not have multiple mouths. There's the mods. When the mouths show up is actually random, too. It's such an odd thing for the programmers to randomize, too, because I mean, it's not tied to either his HP or like the number of turns you've been fighting. Oh, okay. Thought he still had a ways to go. Well, that was probably a 242.10, actually. I'll have to check the tape. I was surprised that ended up being any kind of PB at all after getting extra elixirs and then getting trolled by Belor, but well, it's not like my time at this game is really all that good, too. Thanks, they're GG's. Kind of bummed that I don't have a uninterrupted recording of this, but I can certainly beat this time. I'll definitely do an Amarek recording next time too, just in case. Yeah, that would have definitely been like a mid 241 if I'd have skipped elixir shopping. Maybe next time. Current goal is sub 240, which... And just looking at these splits, yeah, my start was okay. I had a pretty good chaos fight. Got a crit with the TNT, and then didn't really troll me too hard. Although I didn't end up getting to use any more TNT after that one that crit him. The rocket segment was actually pretty good. The evil eye fight could have been better, but can't really complain about the grinding. Floatland was pretty good. Fenrir was bad. I had to use like 3 elixirs and stuff. I don't know why I lost so much time on the Guha segment, but I'm assuming it's just because of getting more encounters on Mount Hasbid. Probably same for for Dahak's ruins. Barrier Shrine was really good, both for encounters and the boss fight. And I guess my Zagor fight must have been pretty strong. I mean, the Valor was bad. But I guess, I don't know, maybe after he killed me and I had to restart the fight, I think the second go around was pretty good. So I guess other than just getting a better Valor fight, the main savings on this segment is just taking more risk and not topping off my elixirs. Yeah, I'm just looking back at the VOD too, that was a 242.10, so exactly 1 minute PB. I'll have to... Assuming I don't beat this in the very near future, I'll have to stitch together the VODs. Hey, the cursed one. Nothing else, I am kind of glad to not have to run against like ridiculous Pureland splits now. I guess up through Agron, I guess. Didn't realize I had that much time to save on Agron. What happened to my PC that caused OBS to crash concerns me though, just because all of a sudden my monitors both went dark and flicked, and then when they came back, all of my apps had moved to my primary monitor, which tells me that my PC lost connection to the second one. I have to look into what's going on there. I'd probably safely blame Windows 10 though. It's never-ending updates. Well, I'll be doing another run, not right now, but I might try to do another run Friday night. Like, more than anything else, I think I need to just keep doing runs of this before the Questing for Glory run, just to make sure I'm prepared for what can go wrong and what will go wrong. There's the schedule, by the way, too. Yeah. Don't think too hard about time travel paradoxes and stuff. Because the game designers definitely didn't. Yeah, it's gonna be broadcast on the RPG Limit Break Twitch channel. I understand it. The purpose is just to have a online RPG marathon to showcase nice variety of runs. It's not for charity or any other kind of fundraising. Hey, you too, Mistress KB.